Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. I couldn't resist it. I had to do it. Welcome back, you guys. We are here for P-Valley Season 2, Episode 3, The Dirty Dozen. This was a good episode. Listen. I don't know. It seemed like it was a 3-hour movie. Maybe because I was stopping it so I could take my notes and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and write my thoughts down and everything. I don't know, but I just felt like I have spent the entire afternoon watching P-Valley, like binge watching or something. But it was just one episode. It was so good, you guys. It was packed, chock full. Oh my gosh. Without further ado, if you are new to my channel, if you are new to P-Valley and you like them both, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Welcome all back to all my mainstays, my honeybees, my number ones, my sugar ugga woogers. Okay, and remember to hit that thumbs up button. That is called engagement. Okay, that's a like. All right, and then comment down below. Y'all know I be talking to y'all. Y'all know I be talking to y'all. I got to go thither and yawn to pull my comments all in, but I be talking. Okay, listen, the Dirty Dozen. Ooh, okay, listen. Okay, so we come up on roulette, dancing in the portal to hell room. You know what I'm talking about? What was all them different skies and storms and, you know what I'm saying, in the ceiling? I said, if that ain't the portal to hell, okay, I done see. Okay, I seen hell, boy. I know what the portal to hell look like. Okay. And she in there, he giving her money to dance all night. Listen, but not that kind of dancing, but that kind of dancing, right? And he wanna get a little bit closer, and she was like, "Ain't no sex. That is rule number 2.222999445, addendum C in Mr. Clifford's in the paint. You can't no sex in the portal to hell room." And he was like, "Okay, what about I really do want me a sloppy toppy," and she was like, "Well, you know what I'm saying, I could do a sloppy toppy on the slide for you for a stack." Okay, he was like, "Oh, no problem." I was like, ain't a stack $1,000? Yo, you said $1,000, you can get $1,000 for head? I mean, I just thought it was this $20, $30, $40 service. When I be watching Pimps Up, Hoes Down, you can get 1,000? Child. Is that a stack? What's a stack? I don't know. I think it's a lot of money stacked on top of each other to equal a $1,000 for head? For that Georgia Dome? Okay, child. Y'all make that money, girl. Y'all make that money, child. I mean, you got to keep the lights on, sis. Okay, so anywho, she goes ahead and gives him that sloppy toppy, child. We get to see Peen and everything. I was here for it, you know what I'm saying? Because they show the women's breasts. Y'all might as well show shaft. You know what I'm saying? Right is right. Okay? Listen, focus. Okay. So, and then they show her working, and she la 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 la. Okay, child, he done told everybody hither, thither, and yon. Now, y'all know roulette is who I call Hades. Okay, so the names are interchangeable. Let's move forward. We see Mercedes got a little bag, child, and the girls, they got loot galore. Hades and Whisper, okay, aka Sparkle the Siren. All right. They got bags and bags and bags and bags of money. They're getting that money. Mercedes got a good little bag, but it's compared to their bags, it's small. Okay. And she got a little bag and a little hope now that she can save her dance studio and get her daughter back, you know. And it's just not looking good for Mercedes. She has got to make a decision. Something's got to give. Is she can't just go get a part-time job at the Dollar General. You know what I'm saying? And dance. She knows she need an influx of cash. She need to hit a lick. You hear what I tell you? A lick. Okay, she need a quick bag. She need a bag right now. Okay, she don't need to put no paperwork in and wait 3 weeks and they'll call you in 30 days. No, 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 no. She need to come up on a lump. Okay, a lick. Okay, a financial influx. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And she been wishing and hoping and wishing and hoping and bust. She negative on her accounts, right? Her body is calling out in pain to her every which way she look. You know what I'm saying? She got these young girls breathing down her neck. She ain't gonna be able to do this pole much longer. Okay, she got to parlay something up, flip it, okay, and make it work for her and her daughter's future. What can she do? She called Coach. Y'all remember Coach from last season. He's a basketball coach, a very well-to-do basketball coach, and he married, but he loved Mercedes so much and her beautiful dog, pretty round brown skin child, that he wants to put her up and take care of her. Keep her. Be a kept woman. And she's kidding around and playing around with it. But are you still serious? Is the offer still on the table? He says, but of course. And she said, well, don't worry about it, because we're going to negotiate and talk about the contract and everything. And your wife got to know. You got to make sure your wife is good on it, because I don't want to end up shanked in my sleep. And he was like, that's no problem. None of that is a problem. We can negotiate the contracts and terms and all this stuff, everything you want to do, boo. And the wife is on the table too. You just be where you need to be when I send for you. Okay. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she's sitting there in an empty dance studio with half the boxes unpacked and half still in the boxes, and it's empty as can be and all dusty as all get out, because ain't no life been up in the building. And she's sitting in front of that big old mirror, child, and she see that crack. Ugh. Ooh, this ain't who you signed up to be. But baby, this is what it is. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Okay, we see Terica pull up like a drunk crackhead into the Patrice's Woodbines Baptist Missionary Church of Scams and Lies. Okay, you know they give out food, a box of food, okay, and whatnots and sundries and such, right? And 1 box per car, but she want 2 boxes. And the lady say, I can't give you 2 boxes. She said, please, ma'am, I'm picking one up for my neighbor too. Now this Terica, and she's skittish. You know what I'm saying? This not I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her, but she's sweaty and she looked like she been rolled hard and hung up wet. You know what I'm saying? And she's skittish. She real skittish, like, and the lady said, well, you doing a good deed for your neighbor. And she say a scripture and Terica say a scripture, you know what I'm saying? And the lady is impressed, and she said, let me get Patrice, Pastor Patrice. And she said, why are you calling me Miss Patrice? And then, you could feel evil just walk into the scene. I personally got chills. And she said she wants to get 2 boxes. I know the rules say only 1 box per car, but she is picking one up for her neighbor. And she did give me a scripture. You know how much I love scriptation. And Patrice Woodbine looked and saw Terica, and she said, sit the lady on the way. And she said, Terica. And Terica said, Patrice. And she said, listen, little girl, I'll stomp a hole. She's I will stomp a hole inside of your hole. You get what I'm telling you? Okay, I will stomp a hole and then put a hole inside that hole. Do you understand? Okay, you best come respectful. She said, I'm sorry, grandmama. She was like, all right, why are you here driving and you need 2 boxes? And she looked at it and grabbed her chin, and she said, girl, you look like you been through it. Where your mama at? Where's Shell at? She at home. Shell all right? Oh, no, she fine. She said, you... She said, all right. She took a deep breath and she said, put 4 boxes in a car. Terica, Terrible. Listen. Okay, on the Dirty Dozen tour, let's see. There's a quick refuel and a top off at a gas station, right? This is the first time we see them. They had like one of them little country gas stations, like this between towns, and they go in and the lady is scared. She ain't never seen this many black people in one place at one time, plus they all covered in gold and glitter and fake fur and gold grills, and you know what I'm saying, all of them got on red masks and they look like marauders. You know what I'm saying? Y'all watch cowboy movies, you know what a marauder is. They look like marauders, the sexiest, hottest, juiciest marauders you ever did see. But I digress, honey. She is nervous. She got her finger on the panic button, and Lil Murda connect with her. He connect with her. Ooh, he said, "Nice kitty, calm kitty." Them eyes, his eyes. He ain't say no words, you know what I'm saying? But his eyes was saying, "Calm kitty, nice kitty, good kitty, okay kitty." And then Mississippi bust into the scene, and she's all covered in glitter and beauty and pink and sexiness, honey, and a fabulously laid wig. Okay, okay, well, where the lace at? Where? Lace where? Huh? They come on out of there and they got to take photos, and they outside taking photos, and it is iconic. Okay, they Lil Murda got on a green fur vest, baby. He is glowing and his skin is glowing, and they got this beautiful artwork on their body, and they know how to take them pictures and just position themselves to look like they together, you know what I'm saying? Like they got chemistry, like it's a moment. And child, it was a moment. Okay, we see Clifford all salty and at home. Looking at all them social media posts, child, the Dirty Dozen tour, and his loins are on fire, and he shades, okay? He shades Keyshawn for her works and for being with his man. Okay, that's what I wrote down here. Listen, he got bigger fish to fry. They need a headliner down at the Pink, okay? Because Mercedes, even though she had them 7 pounds guilt lifted up off of her shoulder, child, she still is not at 100%. She got to get her mind right, especially after everything that happened to her. And then, you know what I'm saying, she having a whole spirit and stuff inside of her shoulder. You know what I'm saying? She having this moment. And so they need a headliner, right? And they need a banger. They need to get this money while this money is out here being given. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, they need a headliner. Who gonna headline? And he tell Autumn it's all her fault. Okay. And what do you say? He say it's all your fault because you burn up all my chicken. You running the Mercedes off was all your fault, and you burn up all my chicken. Okay, now I'm with you. And then she said, "Oh, you blaming me?" He was like, "Yeah, well, 85% your fault, only 15% my fault because I left you here. I should have been here and watching what you was doing all along. I wasn't here to keep my eye on you." And she was like, "Well, would you like more percentage of responsibility?" And they went back and forth, and they settled on her being 69% ownership and him having 31% ownership. So going for the rest of this episode, he calling her Miss 69% and she calling him Mr. 31. Okay, it's a cute moment. I'm here for it. It's all right. Okay, they decide that Big Bone is popping and she gonna DJ, right? They ain't got no other choice. What they gonna do? Okay, she know music. Okay, but Clifford did tell her that she need more than her iPhone and the aux cord. I was like, you better tell her, Clifford. Read the fine print to her, boo. Read the fine print to her. So we see where Clifford and Autumn have no choice, really, basically, but they got to do what they got to do. So despite Mercedes' feelings, they have no choice but to put Sparkle the Siren, Whisper, aka Whisper, and Hades, aka Roulette, as the headliners for the show. Okay, we see where Patrice And Kyle was at this church function, right? Where it was this church function where Kyle, as a political figure, is gonna talk to the black people in the church, right? And other black pastors there, and try to get them to get their congregation to vote for him. But it's like an after church cookout type thing. And so he's talking and people getting their food, and trying to, eat and listen to him at the same time at the picnic. And so he get to talking, and it's so dry. It's just so dry. It was just the whitest piece of dry toast. You know what I'm saying? But he was not ready. He was not ready. When I tell you Patrice Woodbine mopped and sopped him, she mopped and sopped him, okay? The pastor of the church that she robbed, that she stole from when she took Mercedes' money out from under them, and they money too, he stands up against her, of course, when she starts to pontificate against Mayor Kyle. And she was like, anyway, I thought a broke man says completely disregarded him. Completely disregarded. She was on the road, baby. Then I tell you, that devil Patrice Woodbine went to strutting like a rooster up to the front, baby, and dropping venom and poison all the way, baby. Hot ashes. She was scattering them, child. She worked the stage, baby. She worked the stage. She sauntered up there and said, They ain't gonna give us no money. They don't think we can count. They ain't gonna give us no jobs at no casino. They don't think we can count. And they won't even allocate taxes so they'll teach us how to count. She said any money they gonna get, they gonna put in a golf course. They ain't gonna build no new homes. She said, I don't know why y'all trust white folks. All you gonna get is a Sodom and Gomorrah and dry chicken. I said it. Bust the whole thing up, baby. He did not get another word in. When I tell you, she was snatching edges and wigs and mustaches and nose hairs and ears hairs and oh, baby, honey, that witch rolled through there like a fire-breathing dragon, baby. Just okay. Oh, Mercedes is gonna need some stronger weapons if she gonna destroy that demon. Okay, all right, Mercedes, you need to be practicing like Laura Croft Tomb Raider, baby, if you gonna slay that Patrice dragon. Okay, listen, Big Frida is the opener and the host at this club where the Dirty Dozen tour is performing next, right? It's our first time getting to see a performance on tour. Pole there, baby. When I tell you, Lil Murda in Mississippi killed it. Okay, she is beautiful and perfectly styled. Okay, to match Lil Murda. Okay, they both got elements, the same color, but elements of fur and leather and sparkle and glitz and you know what I'm saying, like wealth, like drip. It's real hot. And they both got beautiful body art, and it's just, it's the champagne campaign, right? Okay, I get it, I feel it, I see it. You know what I'm saying? I see it in your performance, I see it in your styling. Okay, I like it. 2 thumbs up. Okay. It's a good moment. It is a good moment. His rhymes are banging. The whole video, he does like this. They do play like this whole video. It's like a music video, but it's just showing them going to different places on tour, right? Through the whole video. And the pictures are really, really just beautiful. Okay, but also they're suggestive. The pictures suggest that him and Mississippi go together, and she know that Derek is at home going completely Mad Max. You know what I'm saying? Like he insane in the membrane. He going crazy seeing all them photos out there. Okay, so she know when she get back, she gonna have to really, really, really You think she had a good scheme to get out of that house, baby? She gonna have to have a real solid plan to stay there. Stay there after this tour, okay? It's gonna be a mess, all right. Okay, we see where Mercedes pull up in a Firebird, child, in front of this posh fancy hotel, and Terica calls her, but she don't really have time to talk. Like, she got to get her mind right for this, for what she about to get into with the coach and his wife. And so she was like, I ain't got time for this, baby. Need a new pair of shoes, you know what I'm saying? Sister got a light bill due, you know what I'm saying? Waiting on my next paycheck, you know what I'm saying? She ain't got time for it. And Terica was like, oh, okay, that's fine. What are we doing? What are you doing? And where is Shell? And, oh, she's fine. She's here. But she over there on the sofa. She drunk as Cooter Brown. Okay. But Mercedes don't have time to engage. She's like, I'm working. I told you I'm working. I'm trying to get us back together and hang up. So Terica was like, I was like, Mercedes, you got to pay attention, girl. I just don't understand. I mean, it's fine. Okay, let me not did it there. So listen. Listen, Shell is a drunk. Shell is a drunk. I hate it, but Shell is a drunk. This really hits home for me. It does. This really hits home for me. This really hits home for me. So listen, that's a story for another day. Okay, but Shell is a drunk. Okay. Mercedes looked good though. She had a beautiful red dress on and these gold high heels, and she had this beautiful long wavy black hair. Okay, and she was looking so thin and polished, and the space that she was in was so full of light and light colored things, you know, airy things, that she was really like a beautiful flower growing out of the middle of the room. Like, I just really, really loved the visual aesthetics of this entire scene with Mercedes, the coach, and his wife. It just really gave me Why Did I Get Married aesthetics, you know, when they went up to the cabin and it was just beautifully shot and these really beautiful moments. This is, and also it gave me a little bit of what was that, Belly? Was that Belly with the girl with the short hair, and was it a blue room? Y'all tell me, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's an old movie. Was it Belly? Or was it no, it wasn't what's the drug movie in New York City? Oh, drugs, Wesley Snipes. Was it that movie? You know what I'm talking about? It was a sex scene with this really dark-skinned girl, and it was all blue. It was Belly. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna put it down below. Y'all, my honeybees be knowing. They know how to help Miss Honey out. Okay, put it down below. It was giving me that aesthetic, that feel too. Real metro and sexual and It's, I should have had something to say about the whole situation, but it was just so beautifully shot. Let's get into this. Okay, so listen. Okay, Mercedes looked good, but she was not ready for this pretty fine brown round come through the door, baby. But she come through the door kind of like she might be the assistant, but also give him head jobs up underneath the, you know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't just an assistant. Her energy don't feel just. She won't shake Mercedes' hand. Mercedes put her hand out, and she look at her hand and keep walking. And she had walked up on Mercedes taking a selfie. You know, Mercedes was chastising herself. Like, don't be like Mississippi. I was like, yeah, exactly. Be cool, baby. Be cool. We about to get this bag. Be cool. So she goes to fix a drink, and Coach comes in. She gives Coach to drink the beautiful woman, and she kisses him right on the lips, and Mercedes is right there when they part. I was like, girl, what the duck? What you finna do? You finna be a sister wife? Ooh, Mercedes. I'm not encouraging you, I'm just saying. If you got to do it, now listen, she between a rock and a hard place. My mama said you can do wrong right. Okay? She could go out here and be doing the $20 blowjobs on the corner, baby, but she listen. Do wrong right. That's all I'm saying. She was not ready for this beautiful, pretty brown round sister wife and all them NDAs and them employee manuals that she had to initial and sign here and date and sign here and date and initial here. Okay. She had all she could choke on. No, ma'am. This is your job, baby. This is your job. This is HR. Let's say this is HR, boo. Get your mind right. Yeah, this is what it is. This is you clocked in, okay? So on the next stop on the Dirty Dozen tour, we see where Big Teak and Wody at the bar, and Pico walk in. Right, Pico was the guy that peeked through when the Regal, the Buick Regal, pulled up the street and was hollering at Lil Murda. Okay, he had that gun in his waistband. He leaned up from the back seat all menacingly. Here he is walking into this bar. This the same bar where they finna perform. They finna perform at this spot too, right? And so it's Wally and Big T sitting in the bar and they taking shots. And Big T instantly is like scrutinizing Pico, right? And he mean mugging. And listen, Wally wasn't into it. When Pico walked up and he was, like, Big T, you out. Big T was like, And Wally jumped in before. He was like, it's like that? Like, it's like that? Or it's like, and they sent Big T on. But it was a heated moment. Like I said, Wally said he not into it. He neutral. He just a manager, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm down with everybody. I like everybody. I don't represent no colors. You know what I'm saying? I'm kaleidoscope over here, okay? So Big T was all about the smoke, okay? So then we see where Pico asked Rome if he was managing Lil Murda. He said no, he don't manage Lil Murda. That's all Waldy. He managed Mississippi Bombshell. Oh, you the dude that was with Pico was like, oh, you manage that fine piece of ours of Lil Murda. That's Lil Murda girlfriend. He let you represent her. And Pico was like, that ain't his girlfriend. That is not his girlfriend. And Rome was like, what are you talking about? Or the guy was like, what are you talking about? What you mean that's not? And he said his next album gonna be called Trade Lies. And Rome was like, oh, I know you did. I know you duck in line. Okay. Rome did not know. It caught him off guard. He was like, I was like, mind your business, Rome. Mind your business. Okay. So we see where Mercedes has got her bearings now, okay? She finds her rhythm between acknowledging the sister wife's talents and her eye for beauty and putting the coach Moneybags in his place. You know what I'm saying? She done found her rhythm. She said she finna do this. She need this money. She gonna get this money. She done did far more for far less. And she finna get this lick. She down with it, right? Her and the coach gonna keep her, right? The coach get a phone call, and since she's broke the ice with this lady and kind of ingratiated herself with this lady, and let the lady know she recognizes she's beautiful, she's got taste, and she's talented, right? She's not just his wife. Ooh, the wife. What? Yes, honey, she is the wife. This is the wife that Mercedes is meeting. The coach is about his business, okay? He don't have time to be sneaking in the dog, you know what I'm saying, put John Smith down on the hotel motel registry. No. This is a business and arrangement, okay? Okay, there's paperwork, okay? Signed and dated, filed, okay? You gonna be insured. You making $10,000 a week. Did she say a week? Didn't she say a week? Am I wrong, or did she say a week? I believe she said a week, okay? $10,000 a week, okay? Plus a condo. Oh, okay. You say right here. Just scribble it MMSHONENY. There's one exclamation point on that. Listen, she get to talking to the girl, to the wife, and they talking real good. Now he done walked out the room, and she said, now you part-time, and this what you getting for part-time. She said, I'm full-time. You want to change spaces with me? And Mercedes was like, nah, child, this is just work. This just to get my head above water, boo. Okay, they both like, okay, wink, wink. You know your place, I know mine, right? So he come in the room. He gets glad that they cool, they getting along. He said, Mercedes, why don't you show her why? You know what I'm saying? You worth the hire. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the candidates, I choose you. Do that thing you do on the pole when you drop it down and split it and spin it around and pop it and pop it and pop it and pop it and spin it. And the wife is like, well, no, I'm gonna let y'all have it. And no, level, I want her to dance for you, so you can see why, I wanted to bring her on board as a part of a team member, And the wife was like, well, I'm sure she doesn't want it. And Mercedes was like, you know what, y'all got an aux cord. And she pulled her phone, baby, and she go, baby, she had a red dress on, baby. She took that red dress off and she had on the prettiest lingerie. Okay, it was built for her body. It looked like somebody sold Mercedes in that doggone lingerie. Okay, it wasn't no pudge and no bulge and no pulling and no twisting and no odd points or weird smashed down breasts. Oh no, baby, she was plump and serving. Okay, and come hitherish. Okay, it wasn't pulling and tugging. It was laying gently. It became a part of her skin. Okay, and she got up that pole, baby, and danced and pushed and pulled and climbed. And she was in pain and she winced, but baby, this is for the bag, okay, huh? It's now or never, huh? If you gonna do wrong, huh, you might as well do it right, huh? Do it professional, huh? Show them what they paid for, huh? You ain't no regular sister wife, huh? You got a gift and a calling on your body and your life. And you don't know how much longer you gonna be able to do it. So you best get this bag, baby. She winced and twist and pulled and lowered down and spin and all the things that make her Mercedes. She made love. She sang to him with her body and her skills, baby. Wooed him, baby. He is on fire, thinking to himself, if I could just be the pole, right? And just like that, Mrs. Moneybags fell in love with Mercedes. Now she see why her husband gonna pay $10,000 a week in a condo, okay? The way she make me feel inside, daddy. She make me feel things inside. Whew, that's a good dancer. Okay, Mercedes tells a story, baby, honey. She tells a story. She sings a lullaby when she dances, darling. Get into it! Whoo! But that phone keep going off. It's Terica. She don't answer. Okay, she get off that pole, baby, and setting that pole on fire and go over there. She gonna set the coach's pole on fire. Now the wife's sitting over there, but this what y'all hired me to do, keep your husband happy, okay? And I'm finna ride his pole, okay? Cause I'm in the mood, right? That dancing got me fired up too. Let's see what you got, coach. Okay, and she look around and tap on her shoulder, baby, and Mrs. Moneybags, okay, the sister wife, is standing there in a pair of underwear in the prettiest brown areolas I have ever seen. If I could just get my breast to just ever so gently reach for the sky, you know what I'm saying? Not all the way up, but ever so gently. Beautiful body. She was like, oh no, this is gonna be us. No. Yes, we did hire you to duck the husband, but also you will be ducking me, and I will be ducking you. Okay. Mercedes was like, excuse me? Yeah, you got to read the fine print. You were so busy signing, boo. You should have just took you a few minutes and read through that. Just a few minutes and read through it, okay? Going forward. Anyway, let's move forward. Okay, so we see where Andre is putting more and more distance between he and his doctor wife. That's right, his wife is a doctor. Okay, and he is finding excuses as to why he can't come home. Her daddy got a hedge fund. He gonna give him a job. He don't want to litigate a hedge fund. He respectfully passed. He can't come back because the wheel been pushed off, being read a few more weeks, so he got to stay a little bit longer. You don't love this woman like that. You love her, but you're not in love with her. You need to just tell her, because even if she was behind your dreams and packed up and moved down there with you, sir, you still wouldn't be with her. You want something completely different. Okay? You're not even thinking about woman on her level at all. Or at least not her on her level, on this level, as a doctor. You trade a doctor for a stripper. I mean, we don't know all the ins and outs of all of them. I mean, we know she is a smart girl, but she ain't no doctor. Okay? It's nothing you can do, ma'am, to make this man love you. Go ahead and cut the rope before he drag you down into the abyss with him, sis. Okay? Go out there and find you somebody for you, doctor wife. Go on out there and do that now, okay? So listen, Mercedes is fully engrossed in her job as one of the monsters on the three-headed monster she's riding. You know what I'm saying? And when she gets a phone call, and it's Terica. It's not really Terica. It's from Terica's phone. It's the police calling from Terica's phone because they done pulled Terica over for underage driving. The owner of the car in the back seat of the car passed out is Shell. Shell's a drunk. Shell's an alcoholic. Okay, is the politically correct, more compassionate way to say it. She's an alcoholic. But if you got to get down to where the rubber meets the road, if you got to really get into the face of the beast that you've been feeding, okay, and that's been consuming you day after day, you got to call it what it is. Shell is a drunk. Okay, and next thing we see is Lil Murda. He got groupies. Lil Murda got groupies and problems. Pico and Big Teak set it off. It's straight chaos, right? Because Pico is trying everything he can to out Lil Murda. Okay? And Teak, knowing what's going on with Pico, knowing that Pico was the dude that Lil Murda had to physically chin check in season 1, he is taking up for Lil Murda. He's not gonna let nobody disrespect Lil Murda in any kind of way. It's not even. It's so far. It doesn't look like what Pico is saying. It's the fact that he considers Pico disloyal and untrustworthy, and you know what I'm saying, like. No disrespect. He not having it. So Pico is steady trying to out Lil Murda, and Teak don't care. If you crack your mouth towards Lil Murda at all, you get in these hands. And that's what they do. It's a scuffle. And Pico's got a gang, a group of guys there, and they letting out shots. You know, they ringing out shots. Mississippi was live the whole time all of this was going on, child. They barely got her in the vehicle, and Rome is a nervous wreck. I mean, he really is just a manager. He's a cokehead, and also just a manager. You know what I'm saying? He ain't about this life necessarily. He run more light scams. You know what I'm saying? More grifter scams. You know what I'm saying? He ain't hardcore. And Lil Murda done got out and got Teak and got him safely in the car. But he been beat up pretty bad. He bloody and all this kind of stuff. At first I thought he was shot, but he really was just busted up real bad. Because it was him and Pico and all Pico's boys, you know. And so it's a whole mess. Mercedes was live the whole time, and so was her, not Mercedes, Mississippi was live the whole time all of this was going on, and her lashes was live too. Okay, so we see where Whisper and Roulette, aka Sparkle the Siren, and Hades bond over a menstrual cycle and sultry seductive words. Cause see, this why I started calling Whisper the Sparkle Siren, because she looked like a little fairy dust, you know what I'm saying, like a little fairy, like a little whimsical, with all them pastel colors all over everything, you know what I'm saying, them lilac lips and them sparkle eyeshadow and everything, and then she got them same eyes, them blue eyes. It's like looking into a colored glass or something like that. I don't know. Her whole eye area be looking like stained glass. You know what I'm saying? It be throwing you off. It's very sirenish. You know what I'm saying? And then you are getting sleepy. Very, very sleepy. You know what I'm saying? She just got a way of delivering things in this sort of rhythmic way of talking. She's a siren. She's a siren. I know people want to call her a witch, and maybe that's a form of witch. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of these things. She's a siren. Okay, she woos. Okay, she talks you into. She makes you less defensive, more open, more willing to do, more willing to be approach about things, for things, to do things. You know what I'm saying? She redirects, that type of thing. A siren. Okay, and by the time you realize you've been drawn into a whole Bermuda Triangle, baby, it's too late. You drowned. She's a siren. Okay, so we see where Whisper and Roulette, they bond over menstrual cramps and sultry words and a little toot toot beep beep. You know what I'm saying? A little nose candy, okay? Whisper done put a big old hunk of coke on her hand, and she have Roulette sniff it off. And Roulette, she feels it. Okay, Uncle Clifford said, "Where y'all at? Get out here and dance. Coming." They go on out there, baby. We gonna get to it. Listen, Uncle Clifford ready to start the show. Okay, he got Big Bone on the ones and twos, and Clifford pops the pole's cherry, baby. We get to see Clifford dance. Around and round we go. Around and round we go. They shot it real good. It was times it didn't look like Uncle Clifford, but it could be Uncle Clifford. It was sometimes you could tell it was Uncle Clifford. Like, I don't know who it was. If they got a Big Bone male dancer, I don't know, because Clifford got some hunches on him. So yeah, he did it. He popped that Pole's cherry, okay, for the opening night, and then he said, now her legs are ready to be spread, darling. Okay, now she's ready. Okay. We see where Sparkle the Siren and Hades do what they do best. Sparkle the Siren came out and she blew the smoke. She did her dance. Okay. Okay. And all the men was mesmerized. Oh, they was at a fever pitch. And then next thing you know, Big Bone, who was in on this whole situation, boy, she's been the soundtrack for all the duckery going down at the Pink this episode. Okay, she hit the track and the track come on real sinister like, and it's Roulette, baby. She up there on the monkey bars and she is swinging and janging and long legs and pushing and pulling, and she get over there on that pole and come down and ta-da, baby, and she grabbed that pole, shoosh 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 shoo, she go to the top, she popping it and jiggling and slicing it and dicing it. I mean, real angry and she get to the top and spin, Hades, spin like a ball of fire, baby, and she come down on that thing like real angry like, baby, and jump down and pop it. Ooh, baby, when I tell you that money, it was a monsoon of money, baby. A monsoon of money, baby. She stroked that crowd. Baby, and shook it like a hot Coke can, baby. And when they popped and all that money came out, Uncle Clifford was like, hell yeah. And then he saw where they were. They on the main stage and they done pop their areolas out, child. And he was like, that's Uncle Clifford rule number something, 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 baby. And they kept doing it, baby. That money, like I said, Big Bone was in it. She done cut his mic, baby, because the money coming in. This is money. Don't stop this money, baby. You could barely see her and whisper through all the money that was falling. Okay? It was very good. Very good. Okay? This the gimmick. Like I said, Whisper come in and mesmerize them, right? Get them all passive and ready to receive. And then she come in and shake them up, shake them up, shake them up. Rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Hardcore pole work. You know what I'm saying? Still very skilled. Still very skilled. Get the boys all worked up and they was like, give me money, 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 money. Oh, that's picking pockets the hard way, I guess. Yeah. It was a good moment. Pretty iconic. It was an iconic dancing moment, okay? We see where Shell is a drunk who needs to dry out. Okay, but first she got to clean up. Mercedes got her under the shower hose, baby, and got her in the tub, and she letting her have it. You got to sober up, loosen up. Why would you let this baby drive this car and she underage? What is going on? Why are you drunk? You know what I'm saying? You put her in danger. I should have never left my baby with you. You should have came and got your baby. Why haven't you came and got your baby? Now you know she in the tub and she wet and she being forced to sober up, baby. She got so much venom deep down inside of her. Okay, she throwing up. Okay, physically throwing up, but she got some stuff deep down inside that's making her sick, baby, and she got to say it. And you know what they say, a drunk man speak a sober mind, baby, and she okay. Mercedes said, I would have come and got her, but you wouldn't let me have her. You ain't trying to do nothing. You ain't trying to come and she said, Mercedes said, every time I tried to come, you wouldn't let me have it. You kept blocking me from getting the you kept. And Shell said it wasn't me, it was him that kept. That was his last dying breath, was to take care of her and not let you have her. And Mercedes is stunned. She said, you think I like looking in the face of my husband's mistake every day? This what Shell say, okay? Yeah, now, drunk as Cooter Brown, baby. But when I tell you she was so full of venom, she said, I'm finna get this off of me. I'm finna get this off of me. She said, I wasted most of my life being loyal to a dead man. Okay? And he couldn't be loyal to me one day walking on this earth. Whoo! Whoo! Baby, when I tell you, she say, ain't that some shit? And bust out crying. Laughing first and then crying. Ooh, it was powerful. And then we see it pan out past Mercedes. We see Mercedes facing Shell crying in that tub. Okay, looking like a drowned rat in that tub. Okay, pan out, and we come outside the archway of the door and we see Terica standing there. Tears all over her face. She's heard the entire venomous, cutting, biting, wounding conversation. How do you overcome this level of dysfunction? Oh my Lord. Huh? Send the baby some help, Jesus. Woo! My. Listen. Let's push ahead. We see where Big Bone is skipping levels and selling her soul down at the Pink, right? They talking about how she done leveled up from bartender to DJ now, and she doing things. She doing big things out here, okay? But she getting a little ahead of herself. She popping and twerking a little bit too much, and they scared she gonna lose her soul. All the girls really are feeling the residual effects of the devilish duos and their antics. The things that Roulette is doing in here in these champagne rooms, all the men expecting the girls to do it, okay? And they being inappropriate, okay? And pushing up on them girls wrong, right? Okay, we see where Clifford and Autumn in the back talking turkey, or aka Skrilla. And she brings Clifford in on the finessing she trying to do on Corbin and Andre, and get $10 million for the land. I can understand her maybe buying the business, but buying the land, she bought the land for $250,000. She got the pink and the land, everything for $250,000. I need to go see if I can see me and find me an old tax sale. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, she bring him in on the finesse, and he's concerned about the girls, but he ain't concerned enough to give up $3.9 million, which would be exactly his percentage of that $10 million if they were to sell it. So he was like, she said, "Oh, you do know how to do math. Listen, Clifford is like, you running the game, I want in on the con." Because I want to see you get $10 million for the pain. Okay, let's run this game, right? So we see where Andre and Corbin are talking. They made an offer of $1 million to the pink, and of course Autumn passed because it's just not enough gas. Okay, and Andre starts kidding with Corbin about running against Wayne, Mayor Kyle, for mayor, and Corbin is like, "How you gonna run? You don't even live here." And they drunk now. They've been drinking, and he come to find out Andre is actually a native. Not only that, he's a registered voter. Okay, Chucalissa, he's a registered native of Chucalissa. He could feasibly run if he wanted to, and it's nothing on the books that could stop him. And Corbin, whether he kidding or not, he don't care. He said, "Do it, and I'll back you financially." And Andre just sitting there looking. I was like, "Andre, your one assignment was to woo Autumn. How you get to run for mayor, child? You don't get yourself together." We see what Lil Murda guy group is, child. Keyshawn is a great beard. She's absolutely a great beard. I was gonna say a great beard and friend, but we don't really know yet if Keyshawn is a friend, especially after the way she did Diamond last season. But she is a good beard. She plays her part with Lil Murda. So she is, not only taking care of his scalp, but she sees him struggling to be open and stuff on in a postcard he's writing to Clifford. And so she is trying to help him, be more open in the card. And first he resists, and then he's open to hearing what she have to say. And she was like, "You got 27 lines," you know what I'm saying? And he put "I love you" down. He had some other corny stuff at first. That's why she started talking to him. And then, but this next time he put "I love you" down after she talked to him. She said, "You got 27 lines and this your thought?" And he said, "That's my only thought, Keyshawn." I was like, oh. We're going to be together, Lil Murda. We're going to be together. Okay, I forgive you. I forgive you. Okay, listen, it's a tender moment. So she started kidding with him about, okay, that's fine. He said, "Well, tell me, thanks to you for your help, with all of this. Tell me why you got kicked out of the kingdom. What happened to get you kicked out of the kingdom?" And she was like, "Well, I guess I just didn't believe hard enough in the fairy tales." Keyshawn, if I was you, I wouldn't talk about it either, girl. Get this tour over with, and then you know what I'm saying, you don't need nothing to be like, "Yeah, I get you. I got you. Let's move forward." Okay, and so they get I'm gonna send this postcard off, and he was like, "No, give it to me." And they get to running around playing, and she run to the door like she gonna run out, and he gonna chase her, but this big teak at the door, and he all hurt. He want Lil Murda to gather his stuff and run him down to the convenience store. In that moment when she opened that door and Big Teak was standing there, I got this sinking feeling in my spirit. I did. This Big Teak situation makes me nervous. It really does. And so we see where Mercedes is trying to make Terica some dinner, and Terica wants the facts. She don't want dinner. She said, you was 15 when you got with my daddy. And Mercedes says, yes, but he didn't know. She said, well, did you love him? Did you love my daddy? And she said, yes, I did love my daddy, your daddy. And did he love you? She was like, Mercedes was like, I'd like to think so. Yeah, he loved me, sure. And she said, why did you give me up? She said, listen, I was 15. I had to do what my mama told me to do. She said, but the moment I saw you, I knew you was mine. It was a mistake that it happened, but you were never a mistake. We wanted you. We love you. All this stuff, And she says, tells her that she looks just like her dad. And, she's like, you the only thing I can call my own. But Terica is like, why didn't you come for me? You wasn't 15 all your life. And she said, I was a stripper. Who gonna give a stripper? She said, you know what? You the mayor of Excusesville. You the mayor. I take my ramen in my room. She go on to the room. You're supposed to tell the girl you sorry. You sorry she had to hear all that. I don't know, Mercedes. I don't know. I just feel like you going about this thing the wrong. Now, I understand you get this bag, but I just don't know. Anyway, we see where Big Teak and Lil Murda sitting on the steps after they done went to the convenience store, and they talking about Keyshawn. And Lil Murda is telling Big Teak that him and Keyshawn not together. Keyshawn like white folks. This is the act. This is their performance, right? Then they talk about jail and this guy in jail that used to get on Lil Murda, used to, him and Lil Murda used to join each other out and end up shanking Lil Murda and missing his kidney by 2 inches, and Tank beat the guy up and killed him and got thrown in the hole. Right? And Lil Murda said, you saved my life that day. And he said, because you did what you did then, that's why I'm here right now. Right? It's a good tender moment. Y'all know Alphonse Nicholson, J. Alphonse Nicholson can act. Right? We already talked about that. We see it all throughout this episode. These little gestures, these little movements that show not only a vulnerability but a humility of character. I just love him. Period. Point blank. Okay? I digress. Listen. So then they talk about, and Big Teak was like, I was about near dead. I sat in that jail in Iraq till I was about near dead. The darkness. But you wrote these little lines, these little rhymes, these little poems. They didn't seem like much, but they was like light to my soul. And I don't know how you talked the CO into letting you give me these little messages, but it was just the light I needed in this dark dungeon place. And he was kind of dead behind the eyes when he was talking about it. I was like, oh, he Katie Kaboom. He tick tick. He tick tick. He tick tick. And Lil Murda know he tick tick. But what else is there? Is something else there? What's happening? What do y'all think? Let me know, okay? Scary moment. Big Teak, you're frightening me. You're scaring me. I mean, it's good acting, but listen. Okay, you make me want to lock my windows and my doors. Okay? So we see where Mayor Kyle tries to cut the head off of and the purse strings of the other Patrice Woodbine monster. He done had the sheriffs write her ordinance shutting her down because she's not obeying the COVID restrictions, practicing social distancing, child. And she getting the money in, child. A church packed full of people. She getting money left and right, honey. And he done tried to shut her down. She tell him, you know what? She flipped around. He thought he he had killed it, baby. He thought he had wounded it real good. Patrice Woodbine flipped around and said, "You may shut me down." What'd she say? "But you have awakened." Ooh, the bitch. Okay. I said to myself, "Mayor Kyle, you in danger, girl. You in danger." Listen, then we see where Clifford is sitting at his vanity, his beauty station. He got all the postcards that Lil Murda has sent him thus far in the tour, right? You know, it's 12 cities, 12 shows, right? So he got quite a few all around, okay? And he got it well lit. And listen, looking at all his cards and reading the kind thoughts on the back, he feels pretty and wanted and loved. Okay, and I understand, Clifford, that moment, till you realize you can't wait to see them again. Yes, baby, you are forgiven, Lil Murda. You are forgiven. That's how you lean in on a girl, okay? Until she says, "Uncle." Okay, Uncle Clifford. Listen, we see where Big Al and Gloria's leftovers moving cans of okra and OxyContin. Now, I forgot to mention that the girls had all that loot, and they got to talking to Big L and Gloria's leftovers. The dude that was messing with Gloria, that was running drugs with Big Al, well, he back now. Now he thinking he gonna get all this money and get out the game and go get Gidget and marry her. But Hades know him when she see him. You get what I'm saying? She know a mark when she see a mark, right? And so she go ahead and put it on him real quick, put that quick spell on him. Now, she don't blow dust in his face like Whisper. What she do is she take a bite out of him, baby, and infect him. You know what I'm saying? Like a kimono dragon, baby. He run off and think he done got away until he died some hours later in the blazing hot sun. Okay. From septic shock. Okay. And so now it's at the end of the episode, and we see where she is getting out of the car because she had a paid service that she had to do. You know what I'm saying? A paid service that she had to do. And she told the person, let them know next time they want to ride another ride with Roulette. I was like, girl, you better make that money. That lipstick stay nice and neat on them lips, though. I like the way you keep it freshened up and pressed, girl, because that kind of work can be hard on makeup. You know what I mean? So I was like, I wonder what she did, but that was $1,000 too, girl. I just wanted to know what your pricing system was set up like. But listen, she looking so stunning with them glow in the dark shoes, child. They done dropped the box of okra, child, aka OxyContin, and there it is, child, and fell out on the street. OxyContin written big black bold letters all over the side of the pill bottles and whatnot. And she give a little wink and walk off like she ain't bothered. She knew that y'all didn't need all that okra. Okay. And she down for whatever y'all got going on. When she gave that little wink, I said, baby, y'all finna dance with the devil by the pale moonlight. Y'all best be careful. Y'all best be careful. I'm getting old Zora feel. Y'all remember Zora? What was the name of the... Listen, y'all like this episode? Wasn't it a good episode? Tell me what you think, you guys. Okay, tell me what you think. I really, really love this episode. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Mercedes. I love this scene with her away from the club. It was great. I really love that. Okay? And Lil Murda, I mean, I'm just saying, you need an Emmy. Period, point blank. You need an Emmy. What you giving in this season so far, just 3 episodes in, impeccable. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all put it down below. And until next time, honeybees, I'll holla.